going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today, we're taking a break from CRL China. Today, we're bringing you CRL Asia. Even though China's in Asia, there are two separate leagues in CRL. And today, we're going to shift our focus onto a player who had just an absolutely phenomenal appearance in his last outing in CRL Asia for Fave Gaming, and it's Jack, the 2.6 Hog Cycle Guru from Ladder, making his pro debut here in CRL Asia. I think he's finally 16 for the first season here. So we're going to be focusing on Jack's gameplay, and after a rocky start, he actually got swept, winless in his debut in CRL Asia, and then I think he won one match in his second appearance. Now I believe this is his third appearance that I'm going to be showing and highlighting in today's video. And man, he came through in a major way against Ponos, who are the reigning champions of CRL Asia, or one of the two champions, I guess, alongside Kingzone Dragon X from last year's CRL World Finals in Japan. Of course, Ponos being the home team, they kind of got moved on by having the best record in the league, but that's neither here nor there. Today, we're going to be focusing on Jack's gameplay, and let me set the table for you guys here. As you can see, he's playing a mortar deck, excuse me, here at the bottom of your screen. He's shown that he's more versatile, and that's the first question that we ask, right? Is Jack going to be able to play anything other than 2.6? And frankly, he's lost with 2.6 when he's played it so far here at tournament level standard in CRL Asia. And you got to think about it, right? If you're the other team, well, of course, you're going to be kind of assuming he's going to play 2.6, and you can see Ponos actually banned Ice Golem here in this matchup. That's why Jack's using the Knight in this and a lot of his other decks that we're going to be seeing in today's video. So I'll have all the deck links for you guys in the show notes below. And one quick question here before we kind of catch you up on where we are in this contest is my webcam. Do you think it's important that I have my webcam in these videos, or should I just do voice so you guys can see all the players and the reactions? Right now, I'm actually covering up Jack's, or a portion of Jack's face cam. So, you know, even if you feel one way or the other, or if you're indifferent about it, let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate your feedback, guys, as always. So here, it's a must-win situation for Jack. This is the final 1v1 set against Ponos here. So he has to win this to send things to King of the Hill. If he does win, he'll be leading off for his team in King of the Hill, which is a do or die. You win, you stay on, you lose, you go home scenario. So here we go into this match, going against Golem, not what you're necessarily looking for as a mortar player. So it's going to be the Mortar Archers Knight Miner deck. Again, very unorthodox to see the Knight and the Miner in the same deck. It almost takes me back to the beta days of Clash Royale. But an early damage lead here for Jack. But things are going to get more difficult as we cross over into sudden death overtime. Of course, the Golem matchup having the edge. And they do a good job of catching that Miner there. Rad does from Ponos. Rad, one of the newer players for Ponos this season. So here it comes. Going to be a big Golem and Dark Prince push. We're trying to get that log damage. And you're going to see Jack, you know, very well acquainted with any cycle deck here. So with Mortar Cycle, he's trying to get as much log chip damage to go with that Miner chip damage as he possibly can, and mainly just using his Mortar on defense in this matchup. So Archer's able to take care of that Golem before they get the death damage onto the tower, but they will get some Golemite damage onto the tower. Golems are so lethal. If they get anywhere in the vicinity of a Princess Tower, I don't need to tell you guys this, just so much damage, like guaranteed, especially if they get there before they split into Golemites. It's one of those most common nerf requests I get in my comments, even though I personally don't think Golem needs a nerf right now. A lot of you guys do. So nice Ice Spirit there, and then a beautiful Mortar to pull that Golem up and force guards there, not on the Miner, but to distract the Mortar instead, allowing the Miner to get some very valuable chip damage, plus that log. The right tower's down to 570, almost approaching halfway mark here in sudden death overtime. Our tower's at 1172, but remember, one big Golem push, Golem Lightning, mind you, could change this game in a second. So a nice King Tower activation there by Rad. That's actually going to even help out Rad in this matchup. Granted, there's only a minute and 30 left of possible time, but hey, it's going to help chip away at that Miner. So here it goes, a big high Mortar here offensively for Jack, forcing those guards again out of Rad's hand. Then he plays the Dark Prince. He catches the Miner with the Dark Prince, but check that Mortar out, guys. Mortar actually doesn't get a damn. I thought Mortar was going to make a connection there, but hey, we're just one fireball and one log away. There's the log, and previously we saw the fireball, only 201 HP remaining on the tower here. It's going to be a much needed victory here for Jack. He's going to go ahead and send in that miner. Miner will get not one, but okay, just one hit on the tower, but the fireball will finish things off there. So 1-0 for Jack here, but it's not over yet. He needs to pick up another victory against Rad here because it's a best of 3 in the 1v1 sequence here, or the match format here in CRL Asia. Really, it's best of 3 in all the formats in terms of the 1v1 and the 2v2 sets leading up until King of the Hill. So now again, not a must win, but he has to win at least one of the next 2 matches to send things, excuse me, into King of the Hill mode, which is, have I mentioned this about 100 times here on the channel, guys? King of the Hill is the best. It's absolutely the best. I cannot for the life of me figure out why Clash Royale does not add something akin to King of the Hill inside the game, because the most compelling game mode, I mean, no offense, but forget the Elixir Collector Challenge or whatever, or the Dragon Challenge, although they're cool in the Mega Deck, although they're all right, man, add something with some substance, you know? King of the Hill mode. Get that team camaraderie. Give there another reason to be clans in the game, right? Aside from just clan wars and donations or card requests. You know, anyway, a nice King Tower activation here. I digress by Jack, and you can see just allowing that bandit to take a hit there and activating the King Tower. He'll split the opponent's damage, Rad here, and that's exactly what you want to do here. Activate that King Tower early on, and I think that Jack is very happy with that trade here with a minute 30 remaining in this match. And Ice Wiz on defense. So check out Jack's deck here. The second deck that we've seen from Jack in this matchup here, and it's Lumberjack, Ice Wizard, Mega Minion, NATO, and Zap. And the opponent's deck, Rad, it's just Miner, Bandit. So both of these decks at this point could kind of go either way. Is it a P.E.K.K.A kind of Miner deck? Is it a Giant deck being played by Rad here? And what is Jack playing right now? Well, time will tell. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, although I already did see this. I was actually watching this contest live. So here comes the Mega Knight. I'm sure a few of you in the comments might have guessed that. And then, of course, Jack has the P.E.K.K.A. So check out the win condition being played by Jack here. We're about to see it, I think, on the next sequence. But a P.E.K.K.A goes down to meet that Miner there. Not before that Miner gets a decent amount of damage onto that tower, taking it down to 1586. Now we have a P.E.K.K.A at about half health, and we have an Ice Wiz in tow. And there it is. That's right. It's the P.E.K.K.A Lumberjack Balloon deck. And look at this beautiful NATO, allowing the balloon to get all the way to the tower for not 1, not 2, make it 3 hits, taking that tower down. 20 seconds or so remaining in this match, and a nice 2-0 victory over Rad for Jack. Really, hey team, hop on my back, man, I got this, Jack says, and he does a good job. Of course, he did have matchup in this contest too, but you know, Inferno Dragon, E-Wiz, Minions, there were some answers that Rad had there for the balloon. Probably didn't see it coming in that last P.E.K.K.A Lumberjack balloon push. Here we go into, we're officially into King of the Hill mode here, guys, going against Reiki Jones. Reiki Jones, a returning player from Ponos, one of their best 1v1 players. We saw him, of course, in CRL World Finals as well. Definitely a really, really good player, along with Mikan Booya, aka Orange Boy, are definitely 2 of the best 1v1 players for Ponos. So here we go. It's going to be Archer's same lane for Jack here, and you see, okay, now he's got a Archers and the cycle cards and Knight. What is he playing? Another Mortar deck? This time, he's actually going to switch up the win condition. It's not going to be Mortar. Rather, it's going to be Expo. So Jack showing that, hey, I got Siege in my arsenal too, guys. I can play Expo, I can play Mortar. Heck, I can even play P.E.K.K.A Balloon. We already know he can play Hog, and Hog is going to be coming out just in a moment here in a match or two. So here we go. Well, not to spoil anything. I'll probably title the video to spoil it anyway. I apologize, guys. But here we go anyway. It's going to be an Inferno Tower. So wow, it's not 2.9. I think it's 3.0 or maybe 3.1 with a Knight in there. But an interesting deck choice here by Jack, having the Inferno Tower, which Inferno Tower has really risen in popularity. Have you guys been seeing the Inferno Tower all over the arena? I have, And it sucks because no one's running Zap right now, so that's why the Inferno Tower is so popular, and I wouldn't be shocked to see more Inferno Dragon. Here we go, seeing it 2 matches in a row here in this contest. So Fireball comes down against that Ewiz, and it sucks for me too because I run P.E.K.K.A Snowball. I might have to switch back to P.E.K.K.A Zap instead of the Snowball just because of all the Inferno Tower going around. So here we go. It's going to be Archers in front of the Knight here, and Reiki is going to respond with a Dark Prince. So unfortunately, I think both of these Archers will go down. That Dark Prince extra reach on that Mallet coming into play there against that Archers. Now we set up with the defensive Expo, of course, to the opposite side. Now, you guys already know this. If you watch any of my 2.9 Expo videos, but you always want to set up the defensive Expo on that side of the tower, way to the side, just like Jack did there. Obviously learning his lesson very well from players like Air Surfer and Dank Gannon and Crafter on ladder. And but what you want to do is end up baiting out the spell and then stacking up another Expo, just like you saw there. And that's like a really advanced, but also a very important fundamental when playing an Expo deck. So when you don't have an obvious play, or when you're setting up for defense, you put your Expo on the high damage tower, and then you stack up another one on offense after they use their spell against it. So here we go. It's going to be an Archer against that Dark Prince, finishing things off. Nice defense here. Only 2 seconds remaining here in regulation. So definitely going to sudden death overtime. This time the damage is exactly split on his tower, so he sets up with the Expo right smack dab in the middle. It's going to be another important defensive sequence for Jack. Here it comes, Inferno Dragon down the left lane. We have a Mega Knight and an Ewiz in the left. Fireball probably ready here for Jack, and there it comes immediately. Fireball down. Also clipping that Bandit with the Fireball. Nice play there by Jack. And again, nice defense. Log pushing that that Mega Knight back just in time to get those skeletons back in cycle. Meanwhile, getting a few hits on that right tower. We're tied up again. 1998 and 1998 on the crisscross diagonal towers right now for Jack and Reiki Jones. It's 45 seconds approaching into sudden death overtime, and again we go high health tower, defensive Expo, again doing some work there, finishing off that Ewiz for Jack. Now we have a Mega Knight coming down, mitigating all damage by the Knight for Jack. 2 minutes and 5, 4, 3 seconds left. How is this match not ending in a draw? That's what I ask you guys, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea. So yeah, it doesn't end in a draw, believe it or not. So Archers again staying alive, at least one of the duo of Archers staying alive there to help out on defense. Now a slight damage advantage back into the court of Reiki Jones. And here it is, a big Ice Spirit Inferno Tower and Expo set up there, but the Inferno Tower is going to quickly be dismantled by that Inferno Dragon, and now we have another charging Bandit, but the Knight there just in time to intercept while the Archers do some work against that Inferno Dragon. Now a $1.25 remaining in this match, and another Expo, and this is the Expo, guys. Check it out. We actually pushed that Dark Prince over, but we didn't even need it. He played a Dark Prince there, unfortunately, not in the center of the arena, and we do get a little bit more damage onto that right tower. So a very brief but important lock there. Now this is where this comes into play. It does end, well, okay. I'm going to tell you guys the rules of CRL Asia, right? So in sudden death, at the end of the match, the player with the most HP, or excuse me, the player with the most HP remaining on one of their towers, or the player with the least HP remaining on any of their towers loses. The player with the least. So right now, you can see Poison. I probably would have Poison cycled there if I was Reiki in the left, but he's kind of going all in here in the right. So a Log's going to push that Mega Knight back, a defensive Log. Bandit just in the nick of time, the Archers are down, and then the Knight is down there. That was really important. If he had taken that Bandit charge, he would have lost this match. So 20 seconds remaining here. Check out the HP on the towers, 1330. One Fireball or one Log is going to make sure that Jack 100% gets the win. And that's the advantage of playing a deck like this, a very defensively robust Expo deck. And I apologize, guys. I should have told you the rule about, because I'm sure some of you guys don't know, I should have told you the rule about the damage HP before we went into this match, not at the end of the match. That was kind of corny and cheesy. I apologize. And gimmicky, I guess. But here we go, getting a look at Jack going into the next match here in King of the Hill. So again, now he's beat Rad twice. He beat Reiki Jones, and he's going to another match against Rad before he has to face off, if he wins, against Mikan Booyah. So this time we switched up things again. Jack showing us that, hey, I can play Bait Cycle. So one theme here, Motorcycle, not the P.E.K.K.A deck, that wasn't a cycle deck, but Motorcycle, Expo Cycle, and now Bait Cycle here. You can see he's still playing both of the cycle cards. Jack obviously incredibly comfortable playing these cycle cards in his decks. So here we go. It's going to be Rascals and a Princess against the Baby D here. Rad obviously playing a Royal Giant deck at this point, right? The question is it Royal Giant Fireball or Royal Giant Lightning? Lightning seems to be a little bit more in vogue right now inside the game, and with Bar Barrel being a banned card here, you can bet that Rad's going to include the Log, and he does in this deck. So Log comes down as well for Jack. So just kind of exchanging a little tiny bit of chip damage here. A very slight, almost insignificant damage lead here for Jack about halfway through regulation, and setting up a Princess again gonna be important here. And you know, baiting out Log with Princess is, you know, a thing again, right, when there's no Bar Barrel inside these decks. But you can kind of get a sense to why Jack banned Bar Barrel in these matchups, playing Expo and Mortar. So it's interesting to see him actually go with Log Bait now in his third deck choice, or fourth deck choice, excuse me. So here we go. It's going to be a Baby Dragon in the right, and again here, a slight damage advantage for Jack, but we're about to enter into double elixir time. So the Furnace kind of set up here, and Rad hasn't even played yet a Royal Giant in the first 2 minutes of this match. So here we go, knowing that Log is out of cycle there, we're going to go pretty aggressive there. We had the predictive Log down for those guards, and that was a huge connection there. That was really well played there by Jack. Unfortunately, the Princess does fall prey to that defensive Log, but look at that, the predictive Log, knowing no Log was in cycle for Rad, he threw that Log down, threw that Goblin Barrel down, and was able to connect for a lot of damage there on the left. A Furnace, a Desperation Furnace there at the bridge, does take care of those girl rascals, but we get another stab or two down with those goblins from the Goblin Barrel again, catching him without Log in cycle, and 11:06 remaining on the left tower, 20 seconds remaining, and we see the very first Royal Giant play of Rad. And you know what? Hey, without missing a beat, Jack responds with that rocket. That puts him in 2 rocket range, or a couple Logs and another rocket should do the trick here. So Log coming down for Rad again, and there's the last card. It's not Inferno Tower, it's actually Tesla. Any of you guys run Tesla with your bait decks? It's not bad, right? Tesla, I feel like, is a little bit underrated right now in the game with all the Inferno Tower, we mentioned it earlier, going around. Well, Tesla's still a great option, and it's cheaper too, so not too bad for Jack here. Now, at this point here, all he needs is a little bit of damage, because it's going to take a rocket, excuse me, and a Log, one more Log on top of this, and this match will be Jack's, and then he'll only have one player in between him and Fave Gaming in victory, Mikan Booyah. So here we go. All we really need is one more Log, or a chip of the Princess, or a connection with the Goblin Barrel. A Log does come down against that Goblin Barrel, so we're forced to play one more defensive sequence. Now we have Rocket in hand. All we need to do is save up the Elixir first. He plays a smart move. He sets up defensively. He has the Tesla. He has the Rascals down. Now we have 6 Elixir. Now we have Rocket, and that's GG. Good game. 4 in a row here at the end of things for Jack. Incredible gameplay. Let's go into the last match here. The 5th match in a row. Can Jack sweep the team? Not only sweep them in King of the Hill, but also sweep them in every single 1v1 here. Mikan goes ahead and he starts with the Musketeer and the Prince. So it's probably a giant double Prince deck, or Prince something. You don't see Dark Prince without, excuse me, you don't see Prince without Dark Prince, or seldom do you right now in the meta, with Dark Prince being so prevalent right now, especially in Beatdown. So here we go, Jack playing his very favorite Hog deck for tournament level standard. It's not 2.6, it's rather, it looks like the Ice Wiz NATO Tombstone version that we saw a few metas ago, again with the Knight in there instead of the Ice Golem. So he sets up with the Tombstone defensively, and we're already a minute into things here, but then Mikan Booyah shows his secret weapon, the Earthquake. Earthquake definitely seeing a lot of run in both CRL China and CRL Asia. Hasn't really crept into the latter game too much yet, but I think give people a little bit more time to level up their cards, and I think when people start getting their Earthquake closer to max, or at least closer to the rest of their card levels, I think Earthquake is actually a really solid card. So here we go, it's going to be an Ice Wiz against that Musketeer. Meanwhile, we have a Mega Minion in the right lane, gonna get one, make it maybe, no, just one hit on that right tower halfway through regulation here, and a very slight damage advantage here for Jack with that Log taking the left tower down 21-02. with 75 seconds left. Here comes a giant in the back and immediately going in with the hog. So it's going to be 1, make it 2. It's going to be a lot of hog swings, and the rocket comes down. So a really big investment there by Jack. Of course, 10 elixir, the rocket plus the hog rider. Now all he has to do is defend. He only has 3 elixir in hand to do so. Perfect amount of elixir to go ahead and launch that tornado, and then the Ice Whiz is retargeting onto the miner. But beautiful Knight just in the nick of time, and look at that defense there. Just like that, Jack is in the driver's seat in this contest. Things are looking really, really good. Sets up with the defensive tombstone here, baiting that earthquake out, but McDiarmid is not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what he can make happen here. He took care of the tombstone, so it's not in hand right now for Jack. He does have NATO in hand, but he opts to use the defensive rocket. Smart play there by Jack. No need to, cycle all his cards there. Just go ahead and take it easy, play it safe. Use that rocket on defense, and check that out, man. The power of the NATO and the Ice Whiz. We're seeing that it's still a pretty strong combo in the game right now. And here comes another log and another giant push from McDiarmid. Meanwhile, the log for Jack, able to get more chip damage on that left tower, and again, another rocket there, having the discipline to play this one very, very slowly, realizing he still has the damage advantage, and 3 minutes still on the clock. A nice defensive NATO and an offensive hog. That's 2 swings. Make it through 2 swings, and the tower is down to 266. One more rocket. The desperation earthquake from McDiarmid. Ice Whiz is down. Miner's coming down. Miner's on the tower. Didn't catch it with the Knight. A beautiful log to push that miner off the tower. 372 remaining. 266 remaining. We have rocket in hand, and there it is. Jack wins. Sweeps the team 5 in a row. Unbelievable turnaround here. Wow. That was an incredible performance there by Jack, picking up the victory for his entire team. One of my favorite moments, if not my favorite moment so far in CRL Asia. What do you guys think? I just wanted to share it with you guys, and I wanted to apologize also for no gameplay audio today. Unfortunately, I don't have a clean feed of this gameplay like I do in CRL China. That's the only downside, is I don't have 1080p. I think it's 720 today, and I also don't have the game audio. So that sucks, but I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I hope it was worth it to you guys. So thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it. Huge shout out to Stats Royale, and of course to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Guys, check out their information in the description below. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.